yeah.
Right, hopefully, guys, we are back.
Yeah, sorry about that. Ken FM just checked his Instagram again. He nicked all our bandwidth.
Yeah, it all crashed. So we'll
Yeah, not only does he steal my ideas, he steals the bloody internet's bandwidth. Yeah, you know, Kenneth. You know.
We'll wait for everybody coming back in. There was about 20 odd viewers. What I noticed, it was just as Colin had started talking, there was a glitch on my screen, but as far as we could tell in the Hangout, everything was all right, but everybody dropped out. We're building back up. We're up to 16. So we'll give you a wee bit of time to find the links.
All right, I'm getting used to it. As soon as I speak, something always cuts me off.
Yeah, or interrupts you. So yeah, it's modern technology. So we'll let all you guys come in. So Damn Ducks is back. Frankie goes to Hobbywood. Lee Eagles. Vamp's back. Clinton's back. JS Idaho's in. Sargent's back. Legals, Ray's back, Ray, Expat, and Dr. Sprew's in as well. Plastic craft people. Next one who's checking Instagram gets a, what's it? A back 5 feet. I think, how you...
Back, there's a back slap in it.
Yeah, dry slap. Well, we're up to 21.
Yeah.
We're getting there, and John's back in as well. Excellent. We'll give you time to pick up on the links. I've posted them in the dungeon, and obviously...
Yeah, Kenneth, don't check your Instagram yet, mate, will you?
We've been quite lucky, actually, on any live shows. I think we had a disconnect once, but automatically carried on where it left off.
Yeah, we've had it before, haven't we, where we had buffering problems, and then we had the... we had it, I think, E-models. We've had it before, haven't we, where we had... Oh, someone's got YouTube on in the background.
That was me, I'm sorry.
Noticed it.
Yeah, you know, you've done wrong.
Back and first.
Yeah. That's all right. We're just giving people time to come back in. We're back up to around about 25, so that's good. I think we've almost got everybody back. I think it went a bit doodah round about the time Colin started speaking.
Where did we get to? Because I don't want to have to repeat everything I said. Where did you guys get cut off? Someone can let me know in the chat.
Let us know in chat. What did you remember? What figure you last saw Colin holding up? Dr. Spruce saying that was odd. Just came on and was switched to here for no reason. Yeah, it's strange. As far as it goes in my admin thing, it's just telling me that the other feed's still on.
Yeah.
Gunther Wolf. Oh, a new name. Good evening, all. Great to see you all back. Thanks for joining
mate. How you doing?
So if somebody in the chat who was watching when I switched over to Colin, he was showing us what figurines he'd done.
I started apparently according to Clinton Eagles, right?
So what I'll do is
I'll do the little thing again. Ken FM, our little friend from Australia, spotted these on my bench, and he thinks that I've started building Catwoman. Well, I haven't. They are for the base of my little geisha punk girl that I've been building during the week.
That's gorgeous, but I've got a severe case of deja vu.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get an even more bit of deja glue now.
Yeah.
She's a bit shiny because I stuck a gloss coat on her because I'm doing some weathering.
I like that.
And then she'll be matted down. But the gears are actually for the base. She's going to be standing on a base of brass gears, etc.
Vamp's giving it,
yeah, so because I'm doing a steampunk Catwoman, Kenny thinks that I've started her, but I haven't.
So that with me. It's got a nice bum. Clinton says it looks great. I've
got a wheat Predator as well, my £4.50 eBay bargain. That's still drying. I've done a little video on this in case I hadn't already told you, Terry, on how to put together vinyl kits and that, and I'll upload that during the week. And then obviously I've been doing the rather large Batman figure.
See, before you go into Batman, Jess Idaho's asking, is that the Zeram girl?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. 2 secs, mate.
Gary Pashley's in going, evening all.
Sorry, I'll
Dr. Sprew's going very nice figures, and the magic hand with food's coming in. Ooh.
Yeah, 2 seconds, people. Apologies.
That's fine.
Dinner is here. With
That's the
ketchup.
magic hand of Helen with tomato sauce as well. Oh.
Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Been doing this big old Lenny McLean Batman from Beefy Boy Productions, based on Lenny McLean, the governor.
Yeah, he's a right mean.
With a real mean and moody F-off expression, and a set of custom boots that I've made as well, just to change it up a little bit. So that's what I've been up to at me bench this week, people.
As soon as I noticed the magic hand came in, Colin, rather than your food getting cold, I'll come off you for just now, and we'll just chit-chat for a wee bit and let you get some strand in your neck. And then we'll wait till you've had your din-dins, and then we'll do the crazy thing, will we?
Oh yeah, no worries, whatever, Pete's.
That'll let you get your dinner in your neck. Lee Eagles is going, Mrs. Festa.
Yeah.
Ray's saying that's a nice job, Colin. I'm saying, Colin.
Like yeah. Everyone says that.
Yeah. Eat anyone else's red sauce. Yeah, I think he's trying to be naughty.
Yeah.
And X-Pac says he could do a door like that. I'd love a magic door. Well, see, I think me and Lynn's left out because Colin's got a magic door that food and lovely, beverages come through. And John's got a lovely door where a little guy from Malta called Ray hands through model kits and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
He needs to get a magic door.
I don't have a magic.
Can't beat having a magic door, John, can you, mate?
No.
It's when the hand comes through and slaps you around the back of the canister, mate, for being lit,
Yeah.
Sergeant Bones is going, horrible ketchup and not brown sauce. Brown sauce, mate. I can't want that.
It's got to be ketchup, mate. The brown sauce is for me pie mash and liquor.
I watched a programme and they were doing an interview of somebody in a pie and mash cafe down in London. And I seen the pie and I thought, that looks good. And then a big pile of mash. And then there was just like this green...
parsley sauce.
Almost like pesto. It looked like a thin pesto splattered over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's handsome, mate. You got to do it, mate. It's nectar.
Yeah. So Vamp saying it's his birthday soon. I want one too. What do you want? A magic door? I don't think you can get them for Argos.
Yeah, that magic door's good to me, mate.
Have you got a magic door, Lynn? Or it's not a euphemism for anything. It's not the one that the guffs come out or anything.
Yeah.
I have a magic door.
No.
I have to fix my own vittles, grab my own sodas.
I can remember at Christmas time because when I was younger, I know how many shopping days till Christmas? We had the old coal fire and all the rest of it. But as it progressed, and you got the gas fire and all that, Santa couldn't come down the chimney, so we got told that the way Santa came in was a magic key. So that's the closest I've got to a magic door with Santa was magic key. Shane Young is asking, is Colin going to make a Roy Shaw figure to go with Lenny?
Yeah, I just replied to him. Yeah, a pretty boy. Yeah, pretty boy Roy Shaw, mate. They was both bare knuckle fighters and fought on a few occasions.
Yeah, I'm learning all this.
Both people, sadly, no longer with us.
Yeah, I'm learning all this culture. So they were sort of the guys you didn't want to mess with round about London and that. Yeah. John says he's got magic stairs. Ooh.
What's he?
What's the top of the magic stairs? Is there a magic lady waiting for you? And you have to blow her up and recharge the batteries now and again. Expat says I have her indoors. It cost me a fortune. Vamp's going, okay. A modelling question for you all then. Is it really necessary to paint your models with the suggested colour palettes given with the kit directions? No, it's your model.
It's your model. You paint it how you want to.
If you want to paint it sky blue pink with fucking Hello Daisy or Hello Kitty fucking stickers on it, it's up to you. Unless you're going for historical accuracy. John, over to you, mate.
This is it. Basically, it's a model kit. you can paint it with whatever colours you want and however you want. Because at the end of the day, it's a hobby. It's a plastic kit. Do what you want with it. It's like you did with the Beetle, right? You paint that yellow and put your daisy on. Daisies on. I painted mine orange and did it Dukes of Hazzard type thing.
Yeah.
But unless he's on about colours, because sometimes a kit will specify if it's an Airfix kit, right? They'll go say, well, you paint it with our paint number, such and such.
Oh, yeah, like the Tamiya kits will have the Tamiya paint call outs.
You just find the nearest colour. It's like Revel. Revel still insist on putting their colours down and mixing them and stuff. A lot of folks now don't bother. They just find the equivalent colour.
There's a good conversion charts out now, also related to this. I mean, if you buy like an Airfix kit, as John says, it'll be Humbrol paints. If you buy Trumpeter, they usually give you Tamiya and Mr. Hobby stuff.
Yeah.
There is where's that reference chart that you can get for converting? If you get the code, it tells you what the other choices are.
Another please, all because I think you actually have it.
There was one on the boom up, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It's called the Ultimate Model Paint Conversion Chart.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Paul had one, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
That he compiled. I'm sure he did.
One's dropped out there. But yeah, I know there is an app. Used to be an app you could download it, and it's just a spreadsheet with all the chart with all the different like Rebel, Aqueous Color, Tamiya, and all that. And
there is an app for the iPhone. I know that because I've got it.
Yeah.
Or you can always go old school.
Oh.
Yeah, just use paint book.
Oh, I've not seen one of them. Yeah.
All right. In the front. All different brands and stuff. Or if you want to go back a bit further, the old Umbro one. I've had this years.
I was going to say you must have done because them paint colours are written in Latin, mate.
Yeah.
And it gives you on the back. You've got Hella Conversion, Revel, British Standard, Testers, Gunsanyo, Tamiya, FS, Humble Authentic, and RAL.
Yeah.
Or
one's clicked the wrong button.
Oh, Lynn's done a TED.
Or if you get hold of Humbrol, that is their new one.
Oh.
Right. And it's much the same format, all the proper colours.
Yeah.
Right, but
TED.
On the back.
Oh, the conversion charts.
Right. And it gives you the conversion colours now for Gunsanyo, Aquarius, Gunsanyo, Mr. Hobby.
Well, Gunsanyo's Mr. Hobby, yeah.
Yeah, they've got both of them. Life Colour, Model Master Acrylic, Revel, Tamiya, Vallejo, MIG, Ammo, Extra Colour, British Standard, Federal Standard, RAL, and RLM.
The RAL and RLM numbers, you can match up basically anything with that, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've got a local model shop, a good model shop, sometimes they've got these in. But if you give Umbrella a bell,
yeah, they'll send you one.
They'll send you one.
Oh, I've clicked on the wrong button. I'm clicking wrong buttons now.
But,
I clicked on the wrong button and I kicked myself out.
The best thing about the new Humbrol one is they're actual paints and not printed.
Oh wow!
So you can get a rough idea of what the colour is.
Yeah, because the old ones that you used to get like that, they were actually printed.
Yeah.
You couldn't really see the colour, but they're actual paint chips.
I mean, if you're getting something like, say, you're getting like a T-62 Russian tank, right? And the kit instructions, if it's Tamiya or whatever, I'll tell you paint it Tamiya or whatever colour it is. But you don't have that there. You've only got like Game Air or Mr. Hobby Colour or something like that. If you want it to look realistic, then you'll find an equivalent paint to paint it with. But yeah, if you want to paint it pink, and that's how you want your tank to look, paint the bugger pink. It's at the end of the day, as long as you enjoy making it, and if it's just a bit of fun.
If you're entering a historical competition that needs to be factually correct, then obviously you're going to need to look at the colour and try and match it. But it's going on your shelf. It's your model.
I think he was asking that for Muse. Muse is a new member, a female modeler who's just come back into the hobby. And, you know, she was just trying to get ideas for, you know, obviously the kit's telling her to paint it this colour. Does she have to paint it that exact colour?
I just put a link in for the ultimate model paint conversion. And that has all the paints that you can do conversions with. But I think they have color swatches on there too, but I can't.
John's got all the RAL swatches and everything. It's like, you ask him a colour and he goes, you make it up with 2 parts, you know, digestive biscuit and 1 part Ovaltine, and you'll get the colour. Just catching up. Muse is going, Hello Kitty, but not on pink, thank you very much. So I'm just saying, even historical accuracy, the colours in a call out are not always right. That's like the 50 Shades of Dunkelgelb sort of thing. I'm saying, like, taking a tank and painting it F1 colours. If you want to take a tank and paint it F1 colours, you do that. And if you want to get JPS, you know, decals for it and stick them on, it's a bit like a lot of the Star Wars stuff. A lot of people were doing like German and British paint colours on them and everything, you know. Well, a good example is Colin's Cat. That's a new TNT. Federal Standard colours. Yeah, so you've got all that. That tells you everything.
Cheers for getting that right.
Yeah, yeah. I never noticed his raised hand coming through for the back. What's Sarge saying? My silly Japanese robotic fighting vehicles are all done like serious tanks, not all that silly white, red, and blue junk. Yeah, they make it look a bit toy-like. Somebody's just snuck in there, but I'm just checking to see if I've caught up with the chat. Paul Scale Models is good evening all. Expat saying there's a hobby colour app for your phone. Dr. Sprue's going, we never had Humbrol here in the States, and that's going back 50 years or so.
Yeah, it was Testers.
Yeah, Testers in America. That's a good link at Lynn's put up. Legals has got to go now, so see you later, Lee. I'm just scrolling up to see if I've missed anything. I've kind of caught up. Good evening, Chris. How are you, young man? Chris from Gross Models has popped in.
Good evening. I'm good.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, everybody.
It's all right, mate.
And Colin.
I see you got your third stage of your tube device that launches into outer space uploaded.
Yep. Sitting over behind me over there still, yeah.
Your big hard white thing.
Big white tube, yeah.
So how you been keeping, mate? Is that all you've been up to, really? Just doing your Saturn 5?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, just uploaded the last bit of it early this morning. Or the next bit of it, should I say. Not the last bit, there's more to come.
Yeah.
So, yeah, almost finished the actual rocket itself.
Oh, is that the base it comes with? It's been ages since I looked at the box. Last time I looked at the box was when Mike was up.
That's the launch pad type base thing. There's a big decal that goes on there that says Apollo Saturn 5.
Yeah, you get all the wee black and white squares. Now, is that decals or do you have to mask that and paint it?
I'll be masking and painting that. I thought I'd do it all at once rather than trying to line up bits of doing each section at a time. So once the last bit's done, that'll be
have fun.
Dr. Sprue is saying, hey Chris, awesome Saturn 5 build. Oh, let's see the top end of it then. I've not seen this yet. And Sergeant Bones is saying, oi, Chris's phallic simple is looking nice and rigid.
It's got a nice shiny bit on the end as well.
Is that when you've been polishing the end of it, have you?
Yeah, I made it silver.
Sprue Blue Addict saying, that's a big one, Chris.
It's still 144 scale though. So yeah, we've got the lander bit goes in there.
All right, that that's cool. So you're fairly cracking on with it then. Apologies to Muse. Yes, we can be a little bit Yeah, we kind of get like that. Yeah, that's our sense of humour. Insert tasteless dick jokes here. So, I'm trying to remember. Oh, you got a Japanese mechanised fighting suit for your E-models build, didn't you?
I have, yeah, I haven't started that yet.
Yeah. So,
My plan is to finish this. Then I shall be doing a bit more of the tugs.
So you're going to finish your long, white, hard thing and then give it a couple of tugs?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, finish the big tube and then 2 tugs.
Poor Muse is trying to eat and Spriggle is saying this is a family show.
Who said it was a family show? Nobody ever said that.
Dr. Spruce saying the second stage, though, it's a bit sad for what Revel gave us for that Saturn. Built that a few times. What's wrong with the second stage?
No, there is.
Yeah, it's not exactly rife with the correct detail, is it?
Ah, right.
I don't know.
Right.
The top end's all right. It's the rockets at the other end.
Yeah. Yeah. Loads of spheroids missing around the thing, isn't there?
Oh, around the thruster bits. My mate John saying, hello, Chris. I liked your Tamiya CRF 1000. I've won in the post after watching your video build.
Nice.
So there you go. He gave it back, John. He gave it back to you, man.
I did. It doesn't fit anywhere in my house, so yeah, why not?
You know what my address is, mate.
Well, you can go
Hello Kitty.
down remodels. You can see it in the cupboard. I figured more people would like to see it there than anywhere else. So.
But if you'd sent it to me, I could have got some of that purple power stuff off of Chandra and done it a different colour or something.
They gave it to me, so I was giving it back on it.
Are you picking on Chris again?
No, it's just
I've only just come. I'm going to go now.
Of his art, he gives up his time to come in here and help a Scotsman in need on a flagging Saturday night show.
No, it's just I like the blue and white one with the gold wheels, and he did the red one. So, anything else in the pipeline then? Is that? I mean, it's been really warm up here.
Yeah, no, it's too warm to do anything really. I've decided to stupidly do some 3D printing over there as well, so that's rummaging in the background. You can probably hear that occasionally.
What are you printing off?
I'm printing a present for somebody. No, nobody you know, nobody that's going to watch the show. So, but
I'm still waiting on my group.
Oh well, you can keep waiting.
Oh, the actual stuff that you.
I got one that didn't work properly. You can have that.
I'll do something
His
with that.
head's not big enough. It missed out some lines in the head and sort of printed the top bit lower.
See the Plas stuff? Is that quite expensive?
No, it's cheap.
No.
It's like 10 quid for a huge roll
is
of it.
It actually plastic? Or is it vegetable protein? Or something?
I don't know. It's called PLA.
Right.
So I'm assuming it's plastic, but
can you glue it?
You can glue it, not with Tamiya and stuff. It doesn't react to that at all. It's not normal super glue does it.
Right. Okay. Right. So it's not. Right. Okay. What we've got on here. Vamp saying looks like Chris is in a starship in space with his surroundings.
Is it? My normal surroundings.
That's what the Star Wars and everything.
Got some lights on.
John Reeves is going, no, send it to me about the bike. Sergeant Bod is saying, I'll not build a bike till they make an 83 GPZ 1100 or a 71 Yamaha 125. Yeah, there's a lot of bikes that Tamiya and that could make, but they tend to make all MotoGP stuff because that's what the Japs like.
It's all just numbers to me. I've got no idea what you're talking about now.
Yeah, it's like it's motorcycles from the 80s.
There was talk that they were going to do like a bike of yesteryear range, weren't they? But how far along that's come, I don't know, mate. But
I think the only ones
bikes of each decade in the last century as well as this century.
that would be good.
You know, and I think that would be great because, you know, there are some iconic bikes out there that people would love to build.
I think the only ones that are attempting it is like Aoshima with their Z9s and pardon me, and stuff like that. Sprigly Addict's got a question for Chris. Are you printing an enlargement to your rocket?
No, nothing to do with the rocket at all. It doesn't need any enlarging. It's large enough as it is, thanks.
Good comeback.
Oh, all these Americans are talking about Fahrenheit. Can we get that in like proper degrees Celsius?
I just hold it like this.
Muse is saying she has to paint in the evenings since right now I can only do it outside. Oh, you need to get yourself a wee extractor booth or something like that.
Yeah.
And Sarge is agreeing with what Colin said there. It'd be nice to do like the bikes of the decades type thing.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, there's some bikes that we'd all love to build, but you just can't get them.
Vamp wants to do 2 bikes, the H2R Kawasaki, which I've got my stash, and the Ducati Panigale V4, which is the newest one. I don't think they've made a kit of that yet, have they?
It's something to do it, doesn't it? Panigale.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that, John?
Tell me you do it, don't you? The Panigale. It comes in 2 flavours. They do
Yeah, but that was all
the
V2.
tricolour.
That's a V2.
Wasn't the Agostini the Panigale?
Yeah.
There was a part works, wasn't there? What one have I got? I've got the 9-1.
911.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the V4 is the latest Ducati Panigale release as an actual road bike. The other ones were a V2, weren't they? Or were they? Can't mind. Aye, V2. And Vamp's going latest bike for Ducati. Sergeant Bones is going, I mean, for God's sake, the 83 1100 was first called a Ninja, and now everything's a Ninja, isn't it? Aye, quacks.
Yeah.
Razor Green nice bikes. Yeah. So, have you managed to get your scoff, Cole?
I have, yes. I'm just waiting for my first of many belches to brew, but I'm sure there's time.
Are you itching to open your parcel yet?
I'm all right at the moment. Can I just give me 5 minutes, mate? Let me food get down a bit more, mate, and then I'll go for it.
I'm like a big bear and I'm all excited.
Is he expecting it's got to be energetic? He's going to have to run around after he's opened it.
What's me saying? I know a little lady that has a hobby shop. Oh, who's that little lady?
Shane's saying that Hasegawa has a Yamaha 250 Enduro on e-mobiles.
Yeah, Hasegawa kits are all right. They're not quite up to the. I mean, what do you think, John? You've done a lot of bikes. Not quite up to the same sort of standard as Tamiya.
I've got a pile of them down here. I've got the 500, the NSR 500s and stuff.
Ray, get them in the stockroom, mate.
They're not quite up to the same standards as the Tamiya ones, but with a bit of work, you can bring them up to even better than Tamiya ones. Because you can get a lot of detail upsets for the Hasegawa ones, where you can only get certain ones for certain Tamiya bikes.
Yeah, but that's all MotoGP type stuff usually, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot to mention the other thing that I did this week.
Oh.
Did my legs.
Oh, yeah. I joined in on your wee live feed. That's one of these Metal Earth kits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Iron Man, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's quite cool, actually.
It's like 2.5 hours work, that.
That's a nice finish on that as well.
Yeah, they're really nice and turny.
So you're going to do another live stream?
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it until I get back and do another one. So I'll. It won't be this week. It'll be a week or so. It's not going to be a regular thing. It'll just be when I feel like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Speedy Q8 said he's got a Millennium Falcon he's going to build as well. So hopefully we can time it so he can come and build that while I'm building this, and everyone else is welcome to come in and join in and build anything or chat or.
Bam's going, was that done with Metal Colours, Chris? It's actually a.
No,
you want to show them the kit?
Metal Earth kit, isn't it?
Metal Earth is what they call it. That's the packet. They're
pretty cool.
Actually, just metal plates, metal sheets.
They're all anodized.
That's basically one of the sprues, which this one's got lots of red, a bit of gold, a little bit of silver. But previous kits I built have all just been like a silver colour. But I thought that'd be quite an interesting one to do. So, and I was right. It looks really good. I like the legs.
pocket money value as well. I mean, you said that one was about 16
That's
quid.
I think 16 something. Yeah, less than 17.
Less than about a tenner or something.
A lot of them are, I say, 8 or 9 quid.
Mm-hmm.
I know they don't take a long time to build. If you sit down and knuckle down to it, you can probably build a normal kit in, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. Mm-hmm. This one probably going to take a bit longer than that. Obviously, that's been 2.5 hours, not constantly building because I was reading the chat and everything as well. But I find I can't do it all at once. You do have to have a break.
Would that not be a good idea for a speed build on an Immortals feed that you, Fox, and Ted do one of those kits and see how many plasters that Fox needs to use?
It might be. Immortals don't sell them.
Oh, mate, you could do that as a Christmas Stabity special.
Just going to catch up in the chat.
Yeah, when Hastings said they're going out of business, so I bought about 25 or 30 of those Middle Earths that were on sale for like.
All right, yeah. I've done probably, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 of them over the last few years.
I've done one and got R2D2 sitting in a.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Right now.
I don't fancy them at all, but
the trouble is getting the curves looking right. It's easy when they're flat panels and then a sharp corner because they're all marked and sort of holes punched in them, so they fold really easily in the right places. But when you've got to get a curve like R2D2 and the dome on the head, it's getting that curve looking right is.
Oh, tough. That's when I look at my paint jars, mate. I did it with the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the turret on the Tiger. I'm like, right, what have I got? I can fold this round.
Yeah, I've got a selection of different brushes and pens and things you can wrap it around, and
that I'll tell you about, Chris. That works really well on getting curved. It's a jeweler's tool that they use for not measuring your finger.
Not measuring fingers, but measuring rings themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rod about that long, tapered down to.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
It works very well. Got 2 different sizes.
Yeah, for the different size curves. Yeah. Sprue Addict was saying Iron Man's legless again.
No, he's just legs. That's it. He hasn't got any. He's got no body.
Sergeant Bones is talking about football. Banned. Shane Young saying, I'd love a Yamaha XT500 kit. My uncle built one when I was a kid in the 70s. The sort of enduro bike. I don't think there's a kit of that, is there, John?
I think it was a Revel kit.
So it'll probably be a 1/9 or a silly scale or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was either 1/9 or 1/6.
Because the XT was quite a...
It had the chrome tank, didn't it, the XT500?
Yeah.
But Revel did... I'm almost positive Revel did it years ago. I've not seen one for years.
Yeah.
But Airfix used to do a Suzuki Enduro bike. They also did I think it was a XT125 that Airfix did, because that was white and red. But that's long been gone as well now.
Yeah, we used to run about in those.
Airfix used to do some quite natty little bikes.
Vamp saying he's done the Transformer Soundwave kit in silver. They're very fine and time consuming, very fiddly. Yeah, it's no my kind of thing. But I mean, Chris is is a horologist. Am I getting it right this time?
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he works with clocks and small timepieces and little cogs and gears. So that's why he likes his 144 stuff. Spruce saying I see them make the lunar excursion module as well.
Yeah, they've recently done quite a few new ones, I think.
3D printing related question from Expat. Which 3D printer have you got, Chris?
I've got a cheap clone of the Anet A8 or Prussia i3 apparently, but it's not a branded thing. It's just it was one that was cheap. It was a couple £100 about a year ago now.
But now you've got the actual framework, you can upgrade the components.
You can upgrade bits, but it does what I need it to do. I hadn't used it for a couple of months, but there's a couple of things I decided I wanted to print. So it's not ideal doing it this weather though, because
Yeah.
Any breeze going past it affects the way the plastic sticks together.
Ah, right, okay.
So I've had to shut the window. So it's getting a bit warm in here now. But
so it's not going off as quick, right? I think it would be really good for like sculpted model bases and that for like figurines and stuff. You could do.
Yeah, I mean the quality of this one anyway isn't as good as normal kit. It builds it up by layers, and you can see the layers in it. I mean, I'd say on the group, you can't see it on camera, but there's definitely, if you can run your finger down where it was built.
Yeah, it's a bit like rings on a tree, isn't it? You can see like.
There you go. It's got definite.
Do you not use acetone or something like that to smooth them off?
Not on this one. The PLA material doesn't behave the same way as other things. If you use ABS, you can use acetone and whatever to sort of melt the top surface. But on this one, there isn't really any quick way of doing it. What I have done in the past is use some Halford's fill-off primer.
Ah, right, okay, yeah.
Which is basically like plastic in a can that you can spray over, and it does.
It'd be like using Mr. Surfacer 500 or something like that.
It fills it a bit, but it also runs the risk of losing some detail. You could file it down, sand it down, but again, you run the risk of losing detail. It's swings and roundabouts, really. You got one way or the other. You can't have it all both ways. Printers will get better and cheaper, but it was time I decided to jump in.
Going back to the Metal Earth kits, Sarge's saying the T-34 tank from them has actually got a turned metal barrel.
Yeah, all right, that's interesting.
He was watching Chris's stream as well.
That's sort of cheating.
Ray's agreeing with John. There was one 1/6 scale Revell.
Yeah, thought it was. If Ray's got one, tell him, mail me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one. I know, it's a nice big kit. Vamp's saying, obviously, Chris's printers are highly customizable, but Creality has a new one out for $200. What's it saying?
Yeah, there's always new ones coming out that higher quality and lower price, but at some point you've got to jump on and buy it, haven't you?
Sprugly Addict is asking, are 3D printers like normal ones? Where the plastic or ink costs a fortune? It's a totally different setup, isn't it?
Yeah, no, they're almost the opposite. The plastic is. I'll get a rollout. Hang about. I can't get the rollout that I'm using because I'm
printed head, and it melts the plastic, and then.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit like buying a spool of welding wire.
You've got a spool like this, which is done on weight. I think it's a 1 kilogram spool. Which it all depends on what you're printing. You can't say it'll print 10 things or 100 things, but it does lots. I've done quite a bit with that, and it's still got most of the spool on it. You know.
That goes into a head that heats it up with a very, very fine nozzle, and then the computer program tells it where to lay the melt.
Yeah, the computer controls this particular one has got. There you go. Hang about. You can sort of see it there. There you go. It's got the going across bit and going up.
Your X and Y and Z axis.
The bed moves on this one backwards and forwards with the thing sort of sitting on it.
Yeah. To stop the head.
So it prints all of that. It all moves around in the 2 axes, and then it basically goes up a little bit, and then does the whole thing again a little bit higher, and then goes up again and does the next layer. So that's where you get the layers from.
So
but there's another motor in there controlling how much of the filament goes through and when it goes through.
Oh, for the feed. Sprigly Addict's asking, how much does that spool cost?
About 10 quid. 10 to 15 quid, I think.
Yeah, it's about the cost of a reel of welding wire.
So it's, I mean, your printer's the biggest outlay to start with, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've got that in a few different colours. I picked some up relatively cheap. I think I got it about 10 quid a roll, where they're normally about 12 or 15. But I've got 3 or 4 or 5 different colours in there. I mean, you can paint it, but if you can print it in the colour you need, then...
Have you got the program to sort of design your own 3D, obviously a CAD type program?
Yeah, I mean, there's one put into Windows. It's like 3D Maker or something, or there is one that I've played around with a little bit, but it's a bit too complicated for me. I haven't really looked at it.
Is it easier just to download?
Yeah, you can use SketchUp. You can use them programs, they'll do it.
I take it some of them you have to pay for, do you, Colin?
Aye.
These programs that you download, some of them are free, like shareware, and some of the more complex ones, you'll probably have to buy the.
Yeah. Some are freeware or shareware, and then others you get a license for. I mean, my 3D printer's a V3, so it came with all the software and everything with it. So,
what sort of stuff once you get it built up, Colin? Because I know you haven't actually got around to building it up yet. What sort of stuff do you think you will print with it?
For me, it's going to be unique detail parts for kits and random stuff for dios and things like that. You know,
how you like to.
I mean, there's figure ideas that I'm looking at. You know, where I can do it in sections, so I can 3D print a section of a figurine and then join them together. And
you've done work with 3D CAD stuff before, though, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
So you could probably draw up your own. Was it a script that they call it, or?
No, they're STL files, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've printed off these.
Yeah. There you go. It's prime example.
They were all right. I mean, for
someone else designed these, I just printed them. But they're for the Tugs diorama.
Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff off of Thingiverse and other 3D printing sites, or let you download STL files and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I got into the 3D software thing through the trikes, you know, and putting stuff in there and being able to show the client what the finished product would look like. So
the visualization.
Yeah. I wish 3D printers had been about them, because you might have been out of 3D print.
I think Vamp and Muse
or whatever. As a
problem is the time, though, isn't it? Because it's still taking hours to print anything.
Oh,
so.
Absolutely, it does. You know, it's not a 5-minute job.
Come back next week. I might have one printed for you, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's
the high-end ones are the ones that are in the liquid bath of it's UV reactive, like resin.
Something like that, yeah.
But I mean, we seem to be talking Vamp and Muse's thing that they're competing.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming down in price. That's the thing, you know. I mean, even with my one, I can still, when I build it, I can upgrade certain components. You know, all I was interested in initially getting was the X, Y, and Z frame with the motors, etc. The bare bones of the printer, and then I can go in and select what print heads I want.
Yeah. I've got a biker friend who does 3D printing, but he's also, he built it himself, and things burn out, you know, and he upgrades it with the latest version that you can get.
Yeah.
But he's also got something that's really quite cool for the model making. I've seen a couple of things in the Boom Hut where there's a guy that's on there at he laser etches stuff. He's got a laser etcher as well. Yeah, that looks interesting.
Yeah, especially for the guys that do photo etch detail up and things like that. Yeah.
But even like the guy makes bases with RGB LEDs in, and he etches the plastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's really kind of cool. We're doing really well tonight. We're about 39, 40 viewers, so they must have been missing us a bit.
That's because I'm there.
That's because Chris has come in. See, the sensible bloke come in, calm the rest of us down.
So if I go, you watch the viewers will plummet.
Experts saying resin printers are far better for detail, and everything's coming down in price. I mean, what you're buying now, as long as you can upgrade it, you're sort of keeping up with the flow. It's like buying a PC case and having to change a motherboard and internals out every now and again, you know.
Yeah, that's all I do on my server there, you know, is every couple of years I just change the motherboard or upgrade something, you know, and that's pretty much my plan with the 3D printer.
Yeah, and Sprueglu's just basically saying what I said there. Either like computers that they're upgraded and go out of date quite quick.
Yeah.
Sprue Surgeon, hey Mark.
Hello, Mark. Good to see you, mate.
Evening.
He's wanting to know how reliable are they though? A regular printer works okay for a few months and it packs up because you've got to keep cleaning heads and all that sort of shit. You've had yours for a while now, Chris. How?
It's been, well, I think I got it just before Christmas, so it's been like 7, 8, 9 months. I haven't had any trouble with it at all.
Are there parts more prone to burning out now? I think from a friend that's been doing it for a while, it's the actual head, the element, or what do they call it? The bit that melts.
I've been in a few Facebook groups and followed a few posts and things, and people do have trouble with them, but it's various different things. I think a lot of it, I mean, there's people that have had them burst into flames and, you know, melt. But a lot of it's just people being stupid with them as well.
Well, I mean, you bought yours for a couple of £100, and how many prints do you think you've done with it over? Well, you must have had it a few months now.
Actual prints, don't know, probably a couple of dozen, maybe a bit more than that. I mean, things are different. You might have to print 4 things for one model, you know, and put them together.
That's what Colin was talking about. Almost like a resin cast where you would put the legs onto the torso.
Yeah, it's where you're doing colour changes and things like that within the same piece. You would print a section in one colour and then...
Yeah, I mean, that I printed that off, which is one of the Destiny characters.
Yeah.
Which was done in 3 or 4 bits, and there's a cape that I've just thrown on the floor and a base that I couldn't get out.
How are you finding, you're talking about the sort of granular lines that are coming through a print, especially on a figure. Can you get a finer nozzle or tweak yours so that it can print?
In theory, yes. In practice, probably.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not that comfortable playing around with them like that.
Right.
Because I know it's going to cause other problems by doing that. It'd be a great learning experience, but while it's working,
I mean,
I'll leave it alone.
Predominantly, I suppose, software related as well, where you're asking the software to build it up in millimeter layers or 0.5 mil.
I mean, once you get the file, the STL file of what it is, you need to run it through another program that knows what your printer is.
Yeah.
That then converts it into a different type of file that knows
your
printer and what you've got to feed into it and how you got to talk to it. So, yeah.
Expat saying upgrade parts are cheap as chips, so that's pretty good. Spruce Surgeon is going, thanks guys, been very interesting. I mean, I would love a 3D printer, but I think I'll wait.
I did mine through a Partworks magazine just to get the initial bits and bobs together, you know, and then I can assemble it, and then if I don't know, the print head's not a particularly great print head, then I can upgrade it to a more suitable and that sort of thing.
I just need to nip to the bathroom. Can you... Sorry, Colin. I just need to nip to the bathroom. I'll let you.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, for me, it was a cheap way of getting the components together so that I can then decide how I want to go along with it, you know. So
I remember that Partwork coming out and thinking, I'd love to get that. But that was at the time when you knew it was going to be 800 parts at £6 or £7 a pop.
Yeah, that's right. You know,
it just wasn't going to be worthwhile at the time. So, but obviously now it's cheaper because it's older. But
yeah, it's one of them, you know. But like I say, I've got the box full of bits. I've got the actual main chassis and that built. It's just all the electronic components have got to go into it now, and then it's ready.
Yeah.
But I definitely think for applications, you know, in the modelling community, there is scope for it at some point. But I don't think it will replace going into a store and buying the kit. I don't think.
I think it will eventually.
Yeah, you know.
When you can print off a kit on the sprues in
that would be
5 minutes.
Concept.
And you just buy it online and download your file for £10 or whatever, and then print it off, and it's done in 10 minutes.
Especially
until that point,
the component, damage the component, you'd be able to reprint that particular section of the sprue to replace that component. Would be a good.
Do you think we'll ever get to that stage that you actually, rather than buying a box kit, you'll just download the thing and print them off?
That's what we was just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon yes, but you could say the same thing about books. You can print off your own book now, but you don't. You can't buy a book.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, printers have been around long enough; they're quick enough. You can print off pages of a book in 10 minutes.
Everyone said iBooks and Kindle would kill off the printed paperback, but you still got bookstores. But it's just another medium, isn't it? Another way of
another option.
I mean, for me, it would be great if model suppliers like Tamiya, Revell, and that uploaded printable sprues of their kit so that you could, for a nominal fee, say, I need sprue B because I broke this part, and then you could download that to print.
That'd be handy for you with your 18-stone carpet monster, eh? If you lose a bit, just print it back off again.
Yeah.
Expert saying he got his from GearBest and was printing in under an hour, so
Yeah.
You were up and running quite quick as well, Chris, weren't you? I mean,
I had to build it. It came as a big box of bits, which I knew it was going to be a kit.
Yeah.
But as a model maker anyway, it wasn't exactly a big problem. The instructions were rubbish.
Yeah.
But it's all, it's from Hong Kong or whatever and translated through Hungarian from Japanese to Welsh. And no chance of understanding any of it. But
I think the one that Alan got, he assembled as well. I'm not sure. I can remember him putting something up on Facebook about it.
Yeah, I didn't realise that you had to take the brown paper off of all the plastic bits. I thought it was some sort of wood laminate that it was made out of.
It comes flat pack, doesn't it?
The paper still on it. Cause,
Mark's saying he's got to go, but I'd like to catch up with Colin at some point. Got some medical questions. Thanks, guys. I'll watch this.
Yes, Mark. I haven't forgotten, mate. If you send me a PM, we'll get together during the week at your convenience.
Yeah, look after yourself, Mark. Mark has a show on a Wednesday night. Sprue Surgeon. Trying to remember what time it's on, Mark. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and he does an odd live feed. He's doing a
doing reviews and stuff like that. Pleasant enough fella, mate. So pop along and give him a visit.
So, right. Oh, what's expert saying? There is an at with interior and kit form that you can print out.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Birthday boy, is your tea went doing yet?
Right. You're. God, he's
nearly there yet.
Child, isn't he?
Are we nearly there yet, Cole?
Are we there yet? Don't need
a wee.
Colin's present. Terry, you're calling.
I'm fully aware. Also, there are quite a few contributors that are not present at the moment.
Yeah.
I would like to extend my thanks to those guys as well. And ladies.
Yeah, it's still the same group of people popping into the birthday pool. Yeah.
I'm not sure whether they got the link or whether they're back in chat. I've not seen any of them.
But I can watch it.
But, yeah. So, yeah, the birthday boy, 51. Oh, look at now, 51.
51? Oh.
Yeah, the big 51, mate.
Can't be as bad as last year's, though, can it?
That was a good year, 1967, Colin, wasn't it? I'll be 51.
Oh, mate, great year, mate. Birthdays have never really bothered me, Chris. It's just a number, People go, oh, you're 50. It's like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was 49 yesterday.
So what? Yeah.
Oh, 50's the new 40, though.
Oh, I don't know. In my case, I think 50's the new 70, isn't it? Cheers, Clinton. Happy birthday to me. Yeah, so large parcel.
Hey, we've actually got the Russian viewer in. Hundu
Goli.
Yeah.
From Russia. Mate, I bet I've said that really wrong. I do apologise if I have.
Yeah. Dr. Smoo says you young uns make us laugh. How old are you, Doc?
Yeah, I'm using a Captain Stabity device here, so things could go wrong.
Stand by with super glue.
Oh.
Muse is saying happy hatching day. The birthday's actually tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Yeah, I was an early bird, mate.
Colin Goalie. Where are you from? Scotland here. Colin's London. Chris is London.
God, they packed this well.
Oh, good.
Must have been John, mate.
Probably was, actually. I think it was John. And Frankie goes to Hobbywood, says, well, happy birthday before I miss it.
Ah, bless him. Cheers, Frankie. I'll still be up, mate.
Davey UK's giving it a happy birthday as well.
No, bless him. I should have done this on my bench. I'm literally just cutting the cardboard, so bear with me, and then
I think you're just getting prepped.
I'll put my other camera on so you can see.
No bother, I'll just catch up with chat. Vamp's still on about the printers. He's saying it again, resin printers were made for scale modelling. Uses witchcraft and voodoo. He wants one.
Oh, does it? Oh, well, there you go, mate. Witchcraft and voodoo. I'm all for that.
And Sprue Glue Addict's giving it, come on, pass the parcel.
Yeah, I'm just going to change camera views so that...
And Kenneth, you know exactly what the score is with that, mate. So, yeah. Bruce is going, it's childproof. I know Vincent is away seeing his good lady tonight.
Yeah, seeing his good lady.
Right, I'll click it back on Colin because he's got a big box of something there.
There you go. Can you all see now?
Yeah.
There you go.
Box of stuffs.
Box of stuffs. Oh, loads of oh, look at this. Emopal stickers. Them ones, they're sick.
Look like new ones. I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, I like that.
That must be a new reveal. First time ever seen on telly.
Cool.
Yeah, get in there, mate.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Loads of Emopal stickers, mate. You know where they're going.
I tell you what, I've not seen that one before. I think you're probably one of the first recipients of that.
Oh, I'm on.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of them before.
I'm actually privileged.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I'm so going to tease Fox now.
I've
I've just spotted a corner of what one of these is. People know I like quirky.
Yeah.
You've got, oh, look at that. We've got some armour at long last.
Big beastie.
Hey, God, Conqueror Mark II. What's this? Oh, talking of paint conversion charts. There you go. Look at that.
Have you just been given one?
Yeah, it's like a paint conversion chart in. Look at that.
Oh, the real colours. Oh, cool.
8 to me, a model here. Gunze, life colour. Oh, again, oh. Something else I've got that you haven't, Terry.
Oh, what?
Oh, and I've got quite a few of them big letter E's.
Oh, what a big Larry.
Yeah. He's been nice to me now, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, but you've still got the I'm in this tiny penis club badge as well, haven't you?
Oh yes, I'm saying that. Oh yes, someone somewhere knows me really well.
Frankie Goes to Hobbywood says, is the Beetle also included with that big tank?
Look at that. Someone else knows me really well.
Yeah.
Those people that know me will know I was pretty blown away with David Hunter's build on a bus, and yeah.
Hang on, that says that's a skill level 5 kit. Are you sure you're up for it?
Yeah.
I might need a bit more training on this, Chris. Are you prepared to give me a bit of tutelage on this one, mate?
I'm only level 4 myself. I can't help you with that. No.
Mate, I'll send you a big. I'll send you a letter E.
Samba. Hey.
Oh, mate, brilliant! I am well over the moon.
That tank's a big kit as well. It's a big beastie.
Yes, I can imagine a certain German or Belgian armour expert had some input into that, as well as our man, Mr. Free Sheets. And it's commonly known that I've not built a lot of armour. The World War One build was my first tank build, other than a Toon Sherman. So yeah, I'm pretty new to it all. So.
Oh, I'm glad you're happy with them, mate.
Mate, yeah, I'm chuffed.
And not all the guys are in, so that includes, you know.
Yeah, thanks to the other guys, Mike, Dave, Kenneth,
happy birthday,
everyone. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I'm glad you're happy with them. Big tank and a samba.
Terry, look at him. He's like a little child, isn't he? Bless him.
I like watching folk opening stuff.
Yeah, they've got big letter E's as well.
Oh, right, aye. I'm going to have to come down and steal one of those when you're sleeping. I didn't think you get those. They're cool. I've got a space on my board right here for a big letter E.
You have to let Ted and Fox know about them. They'll be most put out about that, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're going to get bombarded on the E-models screen.
Go and I'll take a photograph and put it up in the boom hut. Look what I got for my birthday from E-models.
Yeah. I mean, they are lovely, aren't they? Look at that.
They're bloody cool. It's like a wee guy, isn't it? Aye, the wee hands.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Sergeant Bones is saying, "Oh, screw me, silly. The missus would kill for that for the bus. Yeah, the Samba bus, 1/16 scale, so it's the same size as my Peterbilt. Big,
Yes.
big beastie.
Yes, and it's funny. We've got quite a few big kits next to us at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not allowed to start building.
What big kit would that be? Hold on, let me just have a look at my instructions here. What kit would that be, Colin?
Well, someone last night told me to put my instructions back because I'm not allowed to build it yet. So
That's only a level 4 kit. You're allowed to do that one.
oh, I know. Oh, mate, I must get better then.
Oh, it's a level 4, so we'll practice on that one.
I can practice on that and hone my skills. But yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine the bus is going to be unique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be the Festa Mobile, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, we're interested to see what you do with that. That's cool.
Do you honestly think I would upset the Volkswagen bus purists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that a split screen one? That one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Aye.
Yes. So definitely, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, now we've had the big opening event. I'm going to have to disappear, guys.
Chris.
So have a pleasant evening. You can enjoy the rest of the show.
Chris. Thanks for
Yourself, mate. Thanks for popping in.
Have a happy birthday tomorrow, Colin.
Yeah, and you.
And see you sometime. Bye all.
Catch you later, Chris. Thanks for popping in. What's Vamp saying now? That's a birthday box, but I'm patiently waiting for mine.
Yeah.
Dad just saying he made me Mrs. an Alpha 155. She was silly for a month, but the bus would make her giddy as a schoolgirl. There's something about those Samba buses, the old Volkswagen sort of hippie.
Yeah, I always remember seeing Jamie Oliver gunning around in these because he had shoved the Porsche engine in it, you know. And,
oh, that's right. That's straight swap, isn't it?
yeah, you know, and I remember seeing him gunning around, sort of, you know, it was like a real deep candy purple colour, you know. And,
Did they not have it? Oh, he used to do all his recipes and that in it because you've got the wee stove and.
Yeah, had everything in it, you know, and it was. I don't know whether he's still got it or not. He might have. Anyone out there knows whether Jamie Oliver's still got his Porsche powered bus?
It would be pucker if it was.
Yeah.
See what I did there. Aye. What's Sprugly Addict saying? He bought a 124th Mosquito. That's a beast. I've seen one in Wonderland's window. It's a big aircraft.
Our model Vamp saying, yeah, he gets some decent deep dish muscle wheels for it. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be
X-Pat's going rat rod
going on. Cheers, Ray, by the way.
Muse is going Hello Kitty on the bus. I think Colin's a bit past Hello Kitty. Maybe. Right, here's a question that possibly John might know the answer to, although he's not a car specialist. He wonders, does anyone make 1/16 Porsche wheels and tyres perfect for a bus? You know how you can get all these wheels? I know there's a lot of 124 stuff out there.
If anybody does it, I should imagine it'll either be a company in the States or one in Japan.
Is that these resin ones with the alloy rims and all that?
Yeah, because there's a few companies out in Japan, they actually do proper turned aluminium ones. Done on a CNC machine and stuff. You can actually get them. There is one or two companies out in Japan that do aftermarket wheels and tyres in various scales.
But it's more commonly, most vehicles are 124, so the 16th is quite a big.
Yeah, but you could try on a certain website and type in what you're looking for and see if anything comes up on there.
You on about here, boy?
Yeah. Or
Boy does some wheels, but I don't. I think it's mostly 124 stuff that he does.
Or Flea, mate. Or better still, give Hero Boy a drop them an email or something like that and ask them if they know anybody.
Yeah, if he doesn't stock it, I'm sure they'll have a go at trying to get hold of some for
Was it Steve Hemmings, isn't it? Steve? Aye, Steve Hemmings, Hero Boy.
B&A Model World, yeah, in Australia, I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
A lot of wheels.
Frankie goes to Hobbywood saying, looking forward to your Samba build, Colin. Mad Max style, maybe.
Oh, what an apocalyptic bus.
Vamp's going in Rust, we trust. Yeah, okay. Vamps thinks Shima does some wheels for a Porsche. Probably on the 124th, though. So I just agrees with that.
It's going to have to be lit.
Oh, Stuart Bremner's in. Sorry, he's late. Family duties. Hiya, Stuart. You missed Colin's Prezi opening, so you'll need to scroll back about 10 minutes to see him open his presents. Excellent. Oh, so the birthday boys had his staff. So,
yeah, that'll be lit. Probably a soundboard of some sort will be in there. I might even ask Mike Mountain to build me a surfboard bin that he can sneakily build surfboard.
Oh, right. No, five. Because there's surfers.
Spotting, yeah.
Right.
I know the surfers like the campers, eh?
Yeah. I'm sure I can do something radical with it.
So your cogs will maybe ticking on that, and maybe take your attention off the fire engine for a bit, and then you've got your big tank to do as well.
Yeah,
so
I've got my fire engine instructions just here on my clipboard, mate. Right next to me, mate. You know. I'm
not sure if that tank has an interior or not. I was looking at it, but there's bits of full and all stuff. Tacom's quite a good kit, and it's a lesser known kit as well. It's a big heavy tank, that one.
Tell you something, it does not look sexy, though.
It's a beast, isn't it? So Tacom stuff's good. I like the Tacom, and I like the Meng stuff as well. Expat saying, well, I'll have to go. Thanks, lads and lassies. Catch you next week. See you later on, Expat.
Bye, Expat.
See you later, Expat.
So I've not done a dungeon update for, oh Christ, how long? A couple of months.
It's been a while.
I have put a post up for you to try and add pictures to that post, but not everybody's quite got the gist of it. We'll get there eventually. So I'll maybe go and have a wee look at the dungeon in a bit and see what you guys have been up to. Because it's kind of my favourite bit of the show, watching what everybody else has been making and stuff. But I might find that I might have to scroll down through the page a bit because I've not done an update for so long. So I'll do that in about 5 minutes, I think. I'll have a wee look at the dungeon. So, Lynn, you're obviously working on your plane at the moment. What do you think you fancy for your next kit after your plane? Because you predominantly prefer planes, don't you?
Stand by. Let me go fetch it.
Oh, you're going to go and fetch something. Ooh.
Could it be the Falcon that she's going to do? Because she's got perfect grade, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's got a perfect grade, but I think she wants to get the hang of her airbrush first because she's new to airbrushing. She's got a compressor. Right, what's Sergeant going saying? Oh, hold on, let me click on you. Holy Sherman!
That an Easy 8 Fury?
Don't think that's...
No, it's a Pacific.
Nice.
Does it come with figures? Does it come with figures, Lynn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you done much figure painting?
A couple of pilots, but that was back in the 70s. So I haven't done much figure painting lately.
So a little bit of flesh tones then.
Yeah. We'll see how good they turn out.
So you think that's going to be your next one? What about John? What's your next sort of kit you're looking forward to doing? Obviously, you've got stuff ongoing. You're like me, you've got 2 or 3 on the go at the time, but what do you think you're fancying for your next?
I'll get this split in the F-16 and the Lancaster finished, and I'm thinking about doing 32nd scale Phantom.
Ooh.
F4G.
Oh, yeah. You like your aircraft, don't you?
Yeah, I've been wanting to do an F4G for ages. But back in the day, the only way you could do one was to convert it. But Revell have bought theirs out now, updated the moulds.
So the noses are right now, are they?
The nose is too long and too pointy.
So I used to have that problem and all. I used to always get stuck in the windows when I was licking them.
Did a resin correction thing years ago that I've managed to hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits. So I shall get the kit when it arrives, cut the nose off and graft my resin one on.
See somebody that's I mean, I've built aeroplanes and stuff in the past, but I mean, I'm not clued up on, you know, that if I looked at a kit that comes in a box, I go, right, I'll build that. But then you would turn around and say, well, the nose isn't right on that. How can people new to planes in that really get a gist of it's not quite right? Or
photographs, research, Google, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go on Google and stuff and you type in what kit you're thinking about and type in reviews, or even go onto YouTube and type in.
And people that are in the know in the aircraft will say the first thing is the nose is the wrong shape. It's too long and too pointy.
Too long and too pointy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the intakes are not big enough. But
well, the air intakes for the jets. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're too close to the fuselage. You should be quite a bit wider, but they're easy enough to fix.
So see when they made a kit like that then, if like the intakes are too narrow and the nose is too pointy, I take it this was before the days that they've started like laser scanning aircraft in now, haven't they?
Yeah, we've done the old-fashioned method with the tape with a ruler.
Also, a lot of it's to do with licensing.
Yeah.
So if they put in some deliberate errors, they don't get hit with licensing because they're not doing an accurate reproduction of a particular aircraft, because it's not accurate, is it? Because like the Concorde, the wheel's in the wrong place.
So I know, is it the Saab Viggen? Is that a plane? Am I right?
Yeah.
Right. So Saab is obviously a big name. So if they bring out a Viggen and Saab go, they would have to change something on it, so it's no.
Yeah. They would change the positioning of something, even if it's only by a couple of mil, because it's not an accurate, 100% accurate representation. Then it's all to do with licensing and stuff like that.
That's quite
military-wise. Don't forget, a lot of it is still classified military information, so they can't give you an accurate representation of, say, the inner bomb bay of a stealth fighter, so they'll give you an artist's interpretation of what it might look like.
That's really quite good for the aftermarket guys that do all the wee resin, like cockpits and photo etch and all that, because it keeps them in business as well, doesn't it?
Like Concorde, it was purely getting front, side on, and underside photographs off of Google. And you look at it and you go,
that's not right.
Then you look at your kit and you think, that don't quite look right. And then you look at it and you think, that's in the wrong place.
That was quite a bit of chopping you had to do.
Yeah, once you find one bit, you'll find more that you need to do. This is what John does with his Phantoms and his Lancasters, is he'll find out what windows were used, what weren't, what was filled in. And I did it with the Ed Force One, where certain windows on the 747 were filled in because it was cargo that was in that part of the plane,
or a bedroom, or
whatever. Set, and you know.
So I suppose if somebody new to modelling is taking a kit out of the box and just want to do it for fun, just build it out the box. But if you're going for accuracy, do a bit of research.
I'm doing it currently on my Messerschmitt that John kindly sent me. The kit doesn't come with wheel bays.
Oh, right.
And they were like a Hessian fabric, if I remember rightly, John, weren't they? You know, you've got to reproduce that, you know, and it's little things like that you see in a photograph and you're like, oh, yeah, well, I want to recreate as accurate as I can go. Therefore, that, to me, is something I'd have to reproduce. know?
So back in the day when that kit came out, it was part of the gimmick, weren't it? Retracted undercarriage, open canopy, movable ailerons, rudder, and stuff like that, and a propeller that went round.
Would that use a little electric motor, an AF1004 by any chance?
Yeah, it's the Airfix offset motor, Terry. It's one of those flick to engage.
You say anything. Just catching up in the chat a little bit. Muse, a female modeler, which is nice to see females in the hobby. Sitting here looking at our 64 Impala. Now, this is what I quite like about the American modelers. Although it's AMT kits and stuff, some of these old 64, 60s American cars are quite cool looking. So she's got it in primer and ready to paint, but she's got to work tonight. Yeah. Dean Briggs is in. Good evening, Dean. He says, good evening, Chief Executive Smoo and the rest of the clan. That's obviously Chief Executive of Smoo Industries, products that don't actually exist, that we don't sell, but, you know.
Yeah, a non-existent company that sells non-existent tap.
Quality tap, though. Quality tap.
Yeah.
They're still talking about all the different wheels. Well, Sarge's saying the worst case scenario, buy a cheap pre-built Porsche and take the wheels. There are a few in 1/16 scale. Now, Colin's got a good eye for the interwebs and going, he's built that, it's going for a £5, I can rob these bits off. So, yeah.
Yeah. I buy a lot of what you would class as used.
Fuck-ups.
Purely just to replenish me Greeblies bin. You know, and I'll buy a kit that someone started just because I want certain parts of the interior, or I might want the wheels or the engine, or, you know, and then the rest of it becomes test mule parts, you know. But eventually your Greeblies draw, you've got, you know, bits and pieces of cars and things like that, and then you can say, well, I'm going to do a parts bin build on a Mad Max theme, and I'm going to make that car chassis to that body shell, and I'm going to add this and add that, kit bash something.
Yeah, you like kit bashing, yeah.
Yeah, that no one else has got. I've got a box of stuff that Lee sent me that, you know, the challenge is to build something out of what's in the box. And
the box of stuff that he sent you. That'll be interesting. Now, Sergeant Bones brings up a good point, and it's something that John actually came across to me once when he's doing his bikes. Sometimes you find, well, especially like with Samba Bus, if you want to do different wheels, right? There aren't any actual kits worth buying to get wheels off of. But you can get some metal kits that are pre-built. Now, I know, is it the Mini Champs or whatever? There was some bikes that John did, and these are the die-cast sort of models.
Yeah, Bugaro were a good source of it, because they used to do 143 and 124 scale bikes and cars. And,
yeah.
Stuff like that, you know. And
yeah, so don't just look at, you know, plastic kit manufacturers. If there's a wheel that you like and there's a die-cast model of it in the right scale, you can graft things on.
Yeah, I believe it or not, kiddies' toys.
Yeah.
Toy cars and that, you know, you might see, I don't know, a kid's toy police car in a pound shop. But out of that, you're going to have a soundboard, you're going to have a set of flashing lights, you're going to have an LED circuit that you can then transplant into a kit as cheap as chips. Why pay 15, 20 quid for a lighting kit when you can get one in the pound shop?
It's already miniaturised, yeah. My mate John's away for the night. He says, right, Pete's got to go. Her indoors wants a date night. Great show as always. Maybe catch you on the Hangouts. Okay, John, catch you later on.
See you later, John.
See you later, John.
Vamp is saying, won't remote controlled 1/10 scale wheels be like 1/6 scale? No, they'll be 1/10. The clue's in the scale, I think, Vamp. Shane's got to go as well. Caring duties call. Thanks for your company tonight. All have a good week.
Yeah, no worries, Shane. Keep well, mate.
See you later, Shane.
And Vamp is saying now this is where a 3D printer comes in handy.
Yes.
Yeah. Because even if there's lines on it, you can sand them out, you know.
Yeah. This is where I've been looking at getting miniature lathe and things like that, you know, to start seeing whether I can get back into turning my own parts and things. You know?
I funnily enough, looked in that about 6 months ago, and there was one. I don't know if it had quite enough horsepower though. I think it would have been all right for doing like plastic and stuff, but once you get into aluminium and brass,
yeah, you know, I mean, like
quid.
a huge, great pillar drill just out of shot down there, and I used to have a full size lathe in the workshop, in the back garden. But you know, once the health got to that point where I was no longer doing the bikes, I didn't have the need for a full size industrial lathe, you know, so I sold it. But
I'm a semi-skilled engineer, so I can do lathe and Bridgeport work, but it was a bench lathe, but sometimes they're just a little bit underpowered in horsepower for turning, because I was thinking about metal barrels, or like what John was saying, he's actually cast a resin nose cone for the Phantom, you could turn it out aluminium.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, you know, there's some soft material in there and turn it that way, but I look at it now and then and think, that's something I could get into, but
Used to saying resale shops are great places for random items. Colin's really up on that, because I mean, well, you look at his cat and it's like out his Greeblies drawer, you know. But you'll go into a shop and you'll see something and be like, that's very cheap. I could make something with that, or
I do it all the time. Bric-a-brac shops, you know. I'll buy old watch parts and things like that, sprockets and miniature gears, and you know, the joke with me and Terry is we've been stripping down old DVD recorders and that this week, you know, but the little motors and the little plastic sprockets and the gears and the capacitors, and it all comes in handy for your electronics projects, you know.
I'm laughing at Clinton. This is obviously from a show a few weeks ago, Redneck Modeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll fit on my kit. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the cat was predominantly parts from the Greebley drawer.
Yeah, I do like that cat.
On there, you got a full transit hubcap.
I do like the twin exhaust from the big diesel engine. That's obviously
yeah, they're bits of sprue. That's the standoff of a MotoGP motorcycle. You know, so.
Your figures are out of your Saturn V, is that right?
Yeah, out of my Saturn V, same as what Chris is building now. Yeah, they're the figures that stood on the deck, because I am actually making a full launch umbilical tower for my Apollo out of paper. So, you know, that's a video series that I'm going to do, because you see the paper kits for sale, but you never see people actually making them.
Yeah. Very interested in that myself, because obviously I've got the Saturn V as well.
You know, and for the sake of, I think it was about $16 US, you know, a plastic launch tower is going to cost you nearly 200 quid.
Aye, yeah, and that scale, even what's it, 144? But even then, it's a big, yeah.
You know, so to get a paper one, people go, "Oh, it's paper." You just reinforce it.
Steve's in from Totally Scale Models. Good evening, Steve. Hope you're well, mate.
You know, keep your cardboard from your old model boxes. I mean, you can slice that up into your sections to reinforce your paper. You put it on there, and then once it's all had a coat of pledge, it's got a protection on there, and it's as hard as nails. So.
Time's most fine.
Yeah.
Muse says it's her turn to vanish. Real life calls, work time, have to watch the rest tonight. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, take care, Muse. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Dr. Smith's saying that's going to be cool, Colin. He's seen a couple of towers actually done.
Yeah. I got mine from a guy just outside Florida, and he shipped it over. It came in a big tube, and I've got it all laid out on the shelf at the moment, just so that it flattens down. But it's about A3 size, but it's a really beautiful quality print.
What's the best way of attaching the print to the card? Now, PVA tends to make it all wrinkly and bumpy. Would you use contact adhesive?
I use Elmer's. Lynn will know the brand. Eileen's Fast Grab Tacky Glue, you know.
Ah.
It's an Elmer's glue. And it's super tacky. And
you just spread that on with like a paint.
Yeah, I just spread it on using Costa coffee stirrers.
All right, yeah.
I'll pour a bit out into one of my McDonald's tomato sauce pots.
Oh yeah. That's good to recycle. Yeah.
I apply it with then, and because it's super tacky fast grab, as soon as you put it on there and line it up, you then start smoothing it out.
So it doesn't go wrinkly and
wet.
wet.
I use a wallpaper scraper to smooth it out, and that gets rid of the bubbles, and it's done. It's literally on there.
Dr. Spruce says he can't wait to see your tower. Colin's got so many things ongoing. And
diorama, what's that? The World War one that Scale model vamps on about.
I think that might have been your trench dial.
Yeah, that's all finished. Yeah. There's another 2 episodes to go on that.
Dr. Sprue was on about obviously your tower with the paper thing. He was liking that. Right, I'm just going to briefly have a look at the dungeon and see if you guys have posted any other things up, and we'll do our dungeon section. So if Colin or that can keep a wee eye on the chat, then now, and I'll go and have a wee looky see and see what's. All right, okay. Just minimize that. I'll try to get the right page. I'm on the wrong page, so I'm just fiddling about in the background here.
Do you want me to send you the link to your own page?
I've got it, mate. I was just reading a message that I got.
I'm teasing.
There is the most.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, there's lots of nice pictures coming up here.
Yeah. I won't spoil the fun, but yeah, I like that picture, Clinton. Nice.
Right, okay. I've actually got one of those to do as well. Right, let's go on to there. I'll have to stick it on me. And we'll have a quick look at the dungeon. So I'll go on screen share. Into there. So, have I got myself on present? Have I done it right? Right. So if I've done it right, you should be on.
Yeah, you're doing all right there, Ted.
Should be on the dungeon. Friend of the little group. If you're not a member, you go to facebook.com/groups/Smoo's Dungeon, and we encourage you all to share your work. Now, I have got a post up there. I usually try and put a post up for you all to put it in one place, but I'm just going to try and scroll through because there's a lot of work on there that we haven't covered. Clinton started an Airfix 172nd scale Western Sea King HC4 ready for primer and paint, and he says it's been a good little kit and most enjoyable. I've got one in the stash. It's the yellow one, the HRH one. So that's looking really good. I'm looking forward to doing my one. I've not done a helicopter for a while. So that's Clinton. Hold on. PM in me. I'll just pop that out of the way. And he's also almost finished his Tamiya 135 painting M48A3. Used Tamiya paints, just a bit more weather and decals. It'll be done. I do like that. It's got rather a large exhaust on the back though, eh? And then a big, is that a laser finder on the barrel? I don't know.
I think that's a spotlight.
Yeah, some sort of laser finder. That's quite a. Wait, is the bottom half now? John will probably be the one that will tell me on this. The bottom half that's kind of based on the Sherman, and the top half's different. Oh, it's got different running gear in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clinton's been a busy boy, so I'll keep scrolling down.
Yeah, pattern. Yeah.
Graham's posted up the latest Tamiya mag if you want to look. Right, I'll go into. Right, ideally, I'll make an album up before a live show and try and get you to post all your pictures in there, but even if you manage them in the thread down below. So, Colin showed you this a bit earlier on. Here it is in a bigger size. That's Batman, aka the Governor. in a bit more detail. So made up all his wee lacy boots and his scuffed steel toe cap and all that.
Yeah, I've got some ripped fabric to do on him yet, and different colour blends to go in. But
so that's our resin cast. Was it Keithy Boy Productions?
Keithy Boy Productions is the guy that does the cast, and he's got a Facebook page of the same name, and he does loads of different sculpts, different figures, and that. So pop along and give him a visit.
And then that's a bit closer up of your female geisha punk.
Yeah. She's had her first base colours done, and then it's a gloss coat on that because I did a dark wash on the gold metal to age it.
I like how you use the sort of slate coaster as a base. I need to get myself some of those.
Yeah. £4 for a set of 4. You know.
Yeah.
Coffee cup coasters at the end of the day, but they're perfect for the figures.
Right, Lynn's saying she's got a bench and a desk, Academy 148 F4J Phantom 2, and a rebuilt naughty step thing. And what was it? You had to put the landing gear in before putting the top wing pieces together, which was a bit of a bummer. Yeah, a wee bit more afterthought when they're designing these kits, maybe. You get fuselage. Engine inlets are just dry fitted, cockpit and engines are glued in. So there you go, Lynn builds stuff. What have we got here? Yeah, we were talking about that one. So I was told not to laugh about it because it kind of fell apart. But so I won't. Yeah. And yeah, Lynn, the Beetle build. The good thing is I'm not the last in the queue. I'm still doing my Beetle group build, and Lynn started it, but she hasn't got round to finishing it. It's still in the box. So yeah, so I'll come out of that, and we will go to back to there. And there's a few people actually posted in the thread itself. It's easier if it's in the album because I can just flip through it, but we'll get there. So there's a whole load of comments in here. I'm just waiting for this popping up. Right, so James Michael Hornsey has been priming and painting his A1H Sky Raider. There we go. That's all in primer. So that's obviously an older style plane with the 2 banks of the radial engines there. And then the next stage is on. Now, I was talking to John about this earlier on. This is a bit of pre-shading he's done.
Yeah.
Where he's went onto the wings, he's just done random squiggles in a lighter colour all over the aircraft. So that when you come on to, when he's put the top coat on, of the actual colour, there's a lot of colour variation on the wings.
Yeah, that's it.
And it gives it a kind of mouldy kind of look, as if some bits of, oxidise and that. So that's a technique that John was trying to explain to me about how to get the same, that's the same colour of green across the top of the wing, but because he's done all that pre-shading underneath, it's come up all sort of mottled and stuff. So that's really nice, James. I'm just going to scroll down a bit further. Right, a new member of the group from Spain, Fernando Masterata. Now, he did post a little bit about this now. Right, he used to work in a place many years ago where they actually made these things. They're from the 1940s and 50s. Made out all different stuff, wood, tin-plated rods, all that sort of stuff. And they're collector's pieces now. So he worked in the factory where these were made. All different, sort of tanks and all that sort of thing with a German theme. He has put an album up there. He did load an awful lot of pictures on there. But basically he was trying to say that he actually made them many, many moons ago and managed to get them back. So there's lots of pictures on there. I'm just going to flick through them. He's went in a better description actually on the album that he created about that. Obviously, Chris is, he was on earlier. He's finished another section of his Saturn. Yes, he does like his long, phallic, rigid plastic things. And obviously, if you've seen his live stream on Wednesday, and he sort of showed a little bit of it, it's these Metal Earth kits. And he's got the legs started on his Iron Man. Back up here. Right, so Stuart Bremner has just finished his Hobby Boss 148 scale A7A Corsair. Mainly used MRP and Mr. Colour paints. Doesn't usually make US Navy aircraft, but we recommend this kit. He hopes you like it. I think it looks cracking. Now, I don't make aircraft, but that looks nice to me. That's really cool. It's got quite a lot of payload on it as well. It looks a bit of a beast, that.
Yeah.
The Corsair. And obviously there's the payload underneath. Fully armed. Looks quite a detailed kit, that, John.
Yeah, it is.
Some nice panel lining and everything on it. It's got American Navy aircraft. One likes her aircraft as well. And
Oh, yeah.
there you go. There's the money shot. That just looks really nice. I like that. Nice kit. What are we on to next? Find the button. Another one of it there. And Fernando was posting up again. This is another set. Now I'm just scrolling down to the chat on it. These were military parade figures. He's writing a lot of information on them. He's done an album on them, but basically he was in the factory that made these, and they're collector's items, and they're worth a lot of money now. They're little 70mm figures.
Wow.
So he actually made them and then managed to get them back. So he's literally uploaded tons of pictures on these. So if you're interested in that sort of from the 1940s and 1950s sort of stuff, all the horses in that, he was involved with making those. Sorry for skipping over it, but he really did put a lot of pictures up. So there's lots there for you to go and have a look at. And he's also working on... Oh, that's a box for it. Right. Oh, somebody else has posted. So I'm going to scroll back through a little bit. Colin's got his next part of his World War I tribute to the fallen male tank up and the Dio on his YouTubes. Stuart's Hobby Boss Corsair. I'm just having a wee scroll through because obviously we missed a lot of people's stuff. Philip Ramscar's working on a 172nd Revell Type 9 U-boat. So that'll be quite a big kit itself, eh? 172nd scale. So he's working away on that at the moment. He's just dry fitting a lot of parts just to check for fit. That's a 172nd, that's quite a big submarine. Stuff. He's done an album there. Daryl D, our friend across in Hawaii. He's back on his Eagle 1 build, installing lights and the landing gear and putting the landing pod and everything on. So you can see, obviously see he likes putting the LED wiring into his Eagle kit. So Steve's building an Eagle just now, isn't he? Steve Total Scale Models. I wonder if he'll be lighting his up. Quite a lot of weathering on the side of it.
Steve's in the chat.
Yeah. So Daryl's done quite a heavily weathered. Obviously, these pods are dropped off and taken back up again. But it's a big 22-inch one. He's obviously working through all the wiring just now. Couple of LEDs on the back. Obviously, this part can eject from the main craft as well, can't it? So that's what Daryl's working away on. He usually does a lot of figures and figurines. Bob Ray from Malta, he's working on what looks like a Revell or an Italieri truck. So he's getting it all into the priming and gluing together stages and everything like that. What else have we got? I mean, literally, I haven't been on here for quite a while, so apologies if I miss anybody's. Donald Gilchrist is working on an APC. He's just posting up all the sprue shots and everything there. Oh, right. So what is Rafe Malta be doing? Right. So that's a truck, work in progress. Doing all the chassis and everything up. Trying one of these. Diff. Not got any paint on it, I don't think, yet. Oh, that looks nice. That looks a bit like Steve Hemming's car. The pickup, the jack pickup that the lower and yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's got special wheels for it. We were talking about, you know, getting different wheels and everything. That's going to be kind of cool. Yeah, it's like one of these Jap pickups, but they kind of suit them up. What else have we got? Going down. Vincent from Mr. Lost Model Making. He's working on his Tiger. I know he's managed to get his full tracks and all that together, but it's just in the primer stages at the moment. I think he's got the base coat on it now. But as typical with a Tiger, loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of wheels, which is the usual with these Tiger tanks. Let's see what else we can get. Can I get that? Well, Donald's posted up something that might interest you, John, actually. 100 Years of Royal Air Force.
Yeah.
With stamps and stuff. Oh, see, I used to be a philatelist. I used to collect stamps when I was younger. That's that. Vamps. He's been reworking this. There's actually hazing and misting on the windscreen and rear screen of this. That's just him saying how cold South Africa gets. The actual model car is misting up. So it's Philip. That's a U-boat. Done that. Oh, what's this? Yeah, Fernando's got a lot of unusual stuff. As I say, if you nip into the album, it explains what they're all about. What's Vamp doing? DIY scale accessories. So he's making his own accessories. Clinton's tank, we've done that. No, keep scrolling. Oh, there's Steve. Aye, Steve is working on one of these. I thought he was. So, quite a lot of you is doing the Space 1999 Eagles at the moment. So Steve for Totally Scale Models is working away on his. I like them. Oh, I can see wires. He's putting lighting in his. Excellent. He's probably got a bit further than that. Get me nerves working. Oh, got a Ram's car. Oh, that looks nice. A Rebel 132nd scale ME262 Night Fighter. Ah, this is the one who's been giving us progress updates on. All the mottling on the side. That's a cracking wee plane. I'd be worried about breaking all the antenna off the front. He spent a lot of time building that up. That's a cracking looking kit. The Night Fighter. What else? Oh, look, a Samba bus. It's been slammed. It's usually dating sites that come up and they're like, well, why have you got that? This is actually quite funny. The Dazzle scheme.
Yeah.
This is one for the blokes. So here we have the Dazzle lady and the Dazzle scheme on the ship. That's just a wee bit of fun for the guys. Right, where are we going? I'm not going to go too far back in here because it starts lagging the further I go back, but I've missed a lot of the stuff that you guys have been doing. John Blythe has been doing a little bit of flesh tones. Nice little figurines, actually. I think it'll be 1/35 scale. They're quite small looking. Yeah, so now that we're back doing the lives again, try and keep more on top of some of all this stuff.
Yeah, probably just set up and folded a day after each live show with an archive that people could post in ready for the next show, perhaps.
Yeah. So I think we're done with the dungeon. Oh God, it's 10 o'clock already. So yeah, I'll probably try and put a folder. I'll need to do different artwork for it so you can actually see what it is. Post your pictures in here, sort of thing. So yeah, because we're doing the lives once a fortnight, so it's quite a lot to catch up on. It's easier if they're all in one place. If I'm saying, yeah, it's that cold here. I mean, I know, like my van sitting outside, the windows will fog up, but to see it in a model that's in your house, misting up. What's Dean's? I'm currently building a 172 Airfix seeking a motorised main rotor, but would look silly in a diorama with the tail rotor spinning. Any thoughts? Unless you want to make up a little gearbox to spin it off the main motor. Can you get micro motors?
Well, yeah, I replied to him saying perhaps a tiny vibrating motor from an old mobile phone. Some of the RC stuff. You know,
the mobile phone one's a good one, Cole. Yeah.
Get micro motors, but I've used the vibrating motors out of old Nokia phones because all they've got on there is a off-center lead weight that creates the vibrate. But you can still get an electrical pulse down it, and it's enough to spin a tiny little tail rotor on a helicopter.
Oh, that's cool.
There's so many micro motors. You can get bags of assorted micro motors on the flea bay now.
I'm just catching up the chat. Yeah. Mini servos. Yeah. I've never really attempted anything that needed a motor to turn anything in, but yeah, you can get lots of RC stuff, can't you, as well?
Yeah, there's like I said before, places on the flea bay now where you can get, a bag of assorted size motors for silly money now,
Right, what time are we at? So, have any of you guys in the chat got any questions or anything, or topics you want to chat about? It's getting near the later clock time, and obviously it's quite warm in here. And I know I've still got stickers to send out. I will get them done, guys. I've had my mind on other things at the moment, so there's a few people that were wanting some stickers.
Yeah, I will get round to getting mine printed, honest.
Life gets in the way and other priorities.
Yeah.
Vamp's asking, when are you doing something again live, Smoo? Well, the Saturday night show will be on again in a fortnight. Regarding the sort of impromptu live at the bench ones, it's been too hot. If I'm at the bench in an afternoon, I'll fire one up. So I don't schedule those. It's just like if I'm on in the afternoon, I'll fire one up. So yeah, I've got some stuff going on in my personal life that I'll be dealing with appointments and stuff soon. So it'll probably just be the Saturday night shows at the moment. We'll see how we go with the live stuff.
We was on about doing a buddy bench build, weren't we? Just John and myself with the Z1s, weren't we? So that might be an option, perhaps.
Yeah, we've all got the same bike, but I mean, it's been that hot in the afternoon. It's like sun's out, bike's out, and my way to play rather than sitting.
Yeah, I mean, I've been at my bench at 3 in the morning when it's been a bit cooler, So,
so I've managed to get back onto the day shift again. So, which is quite lucky. Insomnia's a bitch. What am I working on at the moment, Dean?
People.
Bugger all. I've got my wee Warhammer thing that I'm playing about with, and I'm sort of taking up the interior at the moment. My Beetle, it's there somewhere. It's all been polished up and it's nice and shiny. I've just got a bit of detail up painting that to do on that, and then get that finished off. But I've been nowhere near it. I've got me RZ and bits. I've got my Peterbilt and bits. It's just been too hot for me to do anything.
Why, Reggie?
Not started that yet. I've got the instructions out.
Yeah, we've both got the instructions out. It's as bad. That's the bad sign. The instructions have made it to the clipboard, didn't they?
Oh, mine's are just up there. Yeah, and it's like every now and again, it's like. You're ahead of me though, because you've already got your lighting circuit worked out. I've still got to do all that yet.
Oh yeah. I've got a template for that built on my breadboard, just there, because I'm bound to forget how I did it otherwise.
Aye. Ray from Malta's away says good night, my friends. Mind and lock up.
Right, early tomorrow, John, is he?
Oh, if he talks, I might let him come a bit later. After the time.
Right. You think we're going to call it a night? It's really quite warm.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you and the guys in the chat as to whether there's anything they want to go over.
Before we disappear. I mean, I think we've covered the best I could of the dungeon. Yeah, a bit of an earlier night so I can cool down. And
yeah, it's like I say, you know, this was our first one back, really, wasn't it? The last one was a bit impromptu, wasn't it? So
yeah, next time I might have actually done some model making.
yeah, it's like we've all had some life issues in the way, haven't we? And trying to get ourselves in a sense where we can actually say, well, this is what we've actually been doing.
What's Vamp saying? Yes, Colin, I'd like to chat with you sometime on Facebook if you have the chance. There you go. That's Colin and Vamp.
I'd like to chat with you. Yeah, no worries. Just PM me anytime you want. It's not a problem.
So I think we shall wrap that up for the evening. And Steve says, okay, night, guys. Wrap it up for evening. It's quite warm. Might go
like a stave, by the way.
Catch them later on. So it's thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll not be on next week, but we'll be on next again week. So every 2 weeks we'll do these Saturday night things, and it works out easier for us and for planning and everything. So thank you very much everybody that's joined in and participated and put your pictures up on the dungeon for us. If you're not in the dungeon, do join, post your work up, and thanks for all the nice comments. So for me, it's a very good night.
Good night.
And yeah, sorry about the technical glitch earlier that we've ended up with 2 feeds, but yeah. So until
Kenneth for breaking the internet, I'll be having stern words with him.
So until a fortnight's time, look after yourself and happy modelling, and good night all.
Good night.
Cheers, people.